Welcome to the Disability Subassessment training video. In this video, we'll cover how to perform any updates or changes to the disability subassessment. Specifically, we'll cover the following three scenarios. First, we'll cover how to complete a disability subassessment when there is no data present. We'll also cover how to switch an existing no answer to a yes. And finally, we'll cover how to switch an existing yes answer to a no. There's also a specific step-by-step workflow document you can refer to as well. So for our first scenario, we're going to be entering a client into our project and no previous record of the subassessment exists. In this case, there's three steps to take. You'll click on the HUD verification link. You'll select yes or no for each item. And finally, if you do select yes, you'll complete the additional pop-up which occurs when you do select yes for a disability type. At the end, we'll see the subassessment data has been entered correctly when the red check mark turns into a green triangle. Let's pull up the Training Point service site and we'll take a quick look. So we've pulled up our disability subassessment and we've completed the rest of the client's information. And if you have any questions about how to complete that data entry, you can always refer to the HMIS introductory series. In this case, we'll be focusing on disabilities. As we can see, our HUD verification link is blue and our red triangle indicates the information has not been completed. We want to go ahead and always work from the HUD verification link. So we'll start by clicking HUD verification and we'll see a little pop-up. Now we'll want to select yes or no for each answer here. It is also possible to select client doesn't know and client refuse depending on the circumstance, but generally we'll want to select yes or no where possible. I'm going to go to this radio button at the top to no to quickly default everything to no. Now if there was a situation in which you do have a disability being reported, we'll go and select alcohol in this case. We'll receive another pop-up to ask for additional information. I'll click yes here, and we'll see this pop-up here. The one question we'll complete on this portion is the question here. If yes, is it expected to be of long continued and indefinite duration and substantially impair the client's ability to live independently? We'll select yes or no accordingly. In other words, is this expected to be a long-term condition that affects their ability to live by themselves? Once we select an answer, we'll click Save. And now that we see that every disability type has an answer of yes or no, we can scroll to the bottom and click Save and Exit. And we'll see right here that our HUD verification link turned from a red triangle to a green check mark, looking and indicating that we've completed this assessment correctly. Let's jump back to the training and see what our second scenario looks like. In our second scenario, we'll be updating a no answer to a yes. For our scenario, we're updating a client disability type from a no to a yes. This same step process will apply to product entries if information is already present, and the interims as well as exits when you are changing a client's data. There are four steps to take in this scenario. First, you'll click on the HUD verification link. We'll close the old no record. We'll add a new yes record, and we'll complete any additional pop-up for a new yes answer. In the end, our subassessment data will still be updated correctly, and we'll still have a green triangle indicating that we've done the work correctly. Let's go and jump to the training service point site, and we'll take a closer look. We're now back at our disability subassessment. In this case, we'll want to always work from the HUD verification link. The HUD verification link makes the steps a little bit simpler and will also prompt us when we need to complete additional information. Once again in the scenario, we'll be changing a no answer to a yes. So let's start by clicking the HUD verification link. And we'll see a pop-up indicating what answers for each disability type we have listed. In our scenario, we're going to say that our client is now reporting a mental health problem as a yes when they previously suggested it was a no. So our first step will be going ahead and closing the no record. To do so, we'll simply go to the left of the record, click the pencil icon, and we're going to close the record. Now, we only complete fields that have not been completed or are blank. Any fields that have been completed already, with these little green boxes next to them, we do not change. We only change fields that have not been completed. So we'll go ahead and answer no for this question here, and we'll put an end date as of the day before the new disability was reported. Now our interim update is occurring on 6/1/2018, so we'll say that our client ended their no status as of the day before on 5/30. We'll click Save. This will end the previous record of no. As you can see, it is now recording as incomplete, so the HUD verification link is automatically prompting us to complete the information for the yes answer. So we'll go ahead and click Yes, and we'll go ahead and select if they are expected to have a long continued and indefinite duration for this disability, and we'll simply click Save. Once again, all of our items for both yes and no have been completed, and all disabilities have an option one way or the other. Once all updates have been completed, click Exit, and you'll see that our HUD verification link still has a green check mark, and our changes have been made appropriately. Let's go jump back to the training and see what our third scenario looks like. For our third scenario and final scenario, we'll be updating a yes answer to a no. In this scenario, we're updating a client disability type from a yes to a no. The same process applies to project entries, interims, and exits anywhere where client data is already present. There are 3 steps to take in this scenario. First, you'll click on the HUD verification link. Then, you'll close the old record. And finally, you'll add a no record in its place. In the end, the sub-assessment data will be updated correctly. Let's jump to the Service Point training site and take a closer look. We're once again back at the disability sub-assessment, and once again, we'll reiterate that we'll always work through the HUD verification link, as this will streamline the process and prompt us when we have to make updates. So we'll start by clicking the HUD verification link, and on our pop-up we see that all disability types have a yes or no answer. In this case, we'll say that our client is now reporting that they do not have a disability type of alcohol abuse. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and end the previous record of alcohol abuse first and foremost. So we'll click on the pencil to the left, and we'll simply put an end date. Once again, we only want to complete fields that have not been completed at this point. Anything that already has an answer should be left alone and untouched. So we'll want to go and end the previous disability the day before the new one starts. So in this case, my interim update is occurring on August 1st. As a result, I want to end the previous disability the day before on July 31st. And we'll click Save. Once it updates, we'll see that we no longer have a yes or no answer, and it's actually coming up as incomplete. The HUD verification link has prompted us to say that we're missing information. In this case, we'll just go and indicate that we currently are reporting a no for the client. And there's no additional pop-up when selecting a no. At this point, you can click Save and Exit. And your updates have been completed, and we see that our HUD verification link remains a green check mark indicating everything was done correctly. This concludes the disability sub-assessment training video. Please remember, there's also training documentation as well to refer to if you would like. Thank you, and happy training.